let's bring in Bloomberg's Jess Menton and Nora Melinda to help us break down some of the individual movers. Nora, you were saying Equinix?
I say Equinix.
Equinix, okay.
I
could be wrong.
No, we're going to listen to you because that's your beat, so we're going to do that.
All right, Jess Menton, you've been looking at gainers. It's a big up day. What's the big one that you're looking at?
Well, of course, Equinix, however you want to say it, tomato. EQIX is the ticker symbol on this. So I have to add this. So if you look at the MOV function in the terminal, this is where you can see the biggest contributors on a point basis or percent basis. For a percent basis, it is Equinix, up around 11.5% on pay. So this was actually its best day since March of 2020. This is a real estate investment trust, so it does own data centers. Investors, this is sort of all the rage right now. It's interesting because Barclays was actually noting that usually its earnings report comes out around May 1st. This year it was delayed a little bit because of an internal audit.
Interesting is that this pairs very nicely with the second winner, which you had on your board with the NRG Energy, right? So this is a REIT data center, and then you got the power side.
That's right, and this is just for you because you and I were talking about utilities earlier this week. So NRG is the ticker symbol for NRG Energy here. That stock's up about 8%. So this is its best day since May 6, 2022 here. The stock's up more than 50% year to date. So this is a big play here, like Alex was saying, when you are looking at the sort of utility space. And if you look at the S&P 500 utility sector, it's actually up 15 of the past 17 sessions, up 13% in that span. And that actually compares with about a 3% span for the broader S&P 500 in that. And a shout out to Elena Papina. She's our team leader on equity. She was actually looking at the ROC function in the terminal. It's a rate of change. So if you look at this, it's basically exceeding the depths of in the pandemic as far as how fast over that time span that we've seen the gains in the utility sector. But of course, NRG Energy is one of the big winners when you are looking at this sector, Alex.
And what's remarkable about this stock is that, you think utility, you think, okay, slow, steady growth, big payouts. 58% gain year to date and only a 1.99% yield.
This is what
dividend.
I find so interesting, and Jess had a great piece on this yesterday, is that so you look at utilities outperforming and you think that's defensive, right? But if you're having power growth like we haven't seen in 20 years, is that actually a defensive play anymore? Or are utilities in essence a growth play? Because you're seeing all this power demand and they're going to wind up making a lot more money. I find that thesis to be quite interesting, and I wonder if we've really re-rated for that.
Right, that's a great point because a lot of times people think of it as more of a safety trade, but there's definitely so much AI aspect that goes into utilities, as well as also the bets potentially that we could see a peak, at least for now, when it comes to rates and seeing a play in that space as well.